folks, welcome back to Rich Reviews. I want to thank everyone who's been subscribing to this channel. We got 70 subscribers and plus. Now let's go even to 80 and even 90 subscribers, folks. That'd be wonderful. I want to thank everyone who's been watching the Mr. Church review. I never thought I'd get that many views on it. I want to thank everyone who's watching the 13th documentary. I want to thank everyone who's been watching the Knox documentary. That is really wonderful, folks. Let's get even those views even higher, folks. Let's get the least view channels even up for even further, folks. That'd be awesome, folks. Yeah, you're all wonderful. Thank you very much, folks. Tonight, so let me say this. The Trespass Amongst Us review, I saw that Thursday night. I shot that Friday evening, and now it's up today. I'm sorry about that, folks. Things got in the way. So let me just say that the second film here, The Memoirs of an International Assassin, is the second day film that I saw at the Virginia Film Festival here, folks. True Memoirs of an International Assassin is directed by Jeff Wadlow. You all remember him, he directed Kick-Ass 2. So, Joe, played by Kevin James, is an accountant. And so, for the past several years, he's been writing this book called, Memoirs of an International Assassin. He finally is beginning to finish it up. He's been trying to send it off to publishers. He's also trying to figure out what his calling card is, or like for the character here. So then one day, a publisher, Kylie Avalon, played by Kellen Coleman, wants to publish his book, basically. And of course, Joe is excited. He just says, don't change anything about it. And then he's happy about it. He finally found a publisher here. And self-publishing, obviously, it'll be on the internet, obviously. But what he discovers is that Kylie didn't change anything. She added a word called true, so everyone thinks this is actually a true story here. Obviously, the Joe character is like, what the heck did you do? And basically, Kylie basically says, hey, look, I made you more interesting here. Then Joe is now mistaken for his characters. There's also a very funny scene when he's talking to Katie Kirk, and she asks, and Katie asks him, are you still addicted to killing? And he just runs off out of the studio. Again, so as considering that Joe is mistaken for his character, the Ghost, he is then abducted to Venezuela by way of the El Toro, played by Andy Garcia, who wants him to assassinate the president. The president of Venezuela here is played by the guy from Sons of Anarchy, and so, constantly explains to El Toro that he is not the Ghost, although his subordinate really figures this out that he's not the Ghost here, but El Toro doesn't listen. Joe then tries to get out of the situation by going to the police that El Toro wants to assassinate. He finds out the police, half of them are on the payroll of this Russian played by Andrew Howard, who you all remember him as the guy who was the loan shark from Limitless, basically, and he controls half the police and plus some of the drug trade in Venezuela. And the Russian here wants to kill El Toro for some bizarre reason. Then Joe gets help from an agent or a police officer in the form of Zule Hanoi, I guess, who wants to indict the president for corruption. We also get a general who is, I guess, the president's chief of staff, and he has his own motives. We also get Rob Riggle. You all remember him from the 21 Jump Street films. He plays a CIA agent, and I guess he's trying to play a parody of a CIA agent, basically saying to the president of Venezuela, hey, play ball with us or we can find someone else who will, basically. And it's like, okay. What I like about this film is that it really goes for broke, and if you don't find one thing particularly funny, there are at least 2 or 3 more jokes that actually land. There's one very funny scene in which he's on a helicopter, and earlier in the film he wrote his character being on a helicopter that's going down, and the Joe character finds himself in the exact same situation. That's really funny. Again, James and Hanoi, I guess, have nice chemistry. Again, it's not a game-changing chemistry, but it's nice chemistry nonetheless. The scenery here is lovely, I guess. Also what I like is there are several scenes in which Joe really dreams about how he could actually be his character in certain situations and how the actual reality of those situations when he tries to, it actually plays out. Those are quite funny. The problem here is what I have with this film is that, again, this is directed by Jeff Wadlow, and here's the thing, Jeff Wadlow's resume includes Cry Wolf, Never Back Down, and Kick-Ass 2. This might be his best film, although I can't say that with much enthusiasm because it's I didn't particularly care for Cry Wolf. I skipped Never Back Down because it looked like not a film that I want to see. And Kick-Ass 2, here's the thing, it's it was a considerable step down from Kick-Ass 1, and it really tried to, and Kick-Ass 2 really tried to play it straight. The first one was much more of a homage to those films. Here it's like, you know, I guess, well, I know what he's going for, but sometimes the jokes really don't land, and when they don't land, you're sort of like, okay, move on to the next joke. So here's another thing. This is Kevin James' best performance in a very long time, but the problem here is, I wish I could say that with more enthusiasm. Two films that I like with Kevin James. One was Hitch because obviously he had Will Smith to play off of, and I happen to like Paul Blart Mall Cop, but I'm not going to defend that film in any way. Here's the thing, Kevin James is really comfortable on camera. The problem here is, he's been stuck doing Happy Madison crap and being the whipping boy of Adam Sandler for several films now, and it's like, I like his performance here, but I just wish I could say this with more enthusiasm. It's like, clearly, again, this man is comfortable on camera. I just wish he would choose better film roles, you know. And also, again, this film is predictable, you know. Film will be premiering on Netflix in a couple of weeks, so there you go. Which is much to the consternation of actual theater owners, basically. As much as I have the positives and much as I have the negatives here, what I'm going to do is I'm giving this a Netflix rating, even though it's going to be premiering on Netflix, which, again, is like, you can watch it and have what you ever think about that's fine with you. So, folks, what did you think about True Memoirs of an International Assassin? Did you happen to like it? Do you happen to care for it at all? Do you agree with my criticisms? Do you not happen to agree with my criticisms at all? Please put that in the comment section below. Also, what is your favorite Kevin James performance? Please put that in the comment section below. Don't be afraid to comment here, folks. I would love people to comment. Thank you very much. As always, like, comment, subscribe, enrich yourself with knowledge. Maybe you'll dream of being an international assassin one day. I'll see you next time, folks.